Hello, future biologists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the world of Five Kingdom classification for Class 9 Biology. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that has saved countless lives: antibiotics. We'll explore these amazing medicines, understand how they work, and uncover the challenges they face, progressing from easy basics to competitive insights. Get ready to unlock the secrets of these tiny germ fighters. Ready for the easy dive? Let's start by understanding what antibiotics are and why they're so important in our daily lives. Antibiotics are powerful medicines specifically designed to combat infections caused by bacteria. Think of them as special agents that target and neutralize harmful bacterial invaders. It's crucial to remember that antibiotics are ineffective against viruses, like those causing the common cold or flu. They're typically produced by other microorganisms, such as certain fungi or even other bacteria, showcasing the intricate web of life in the microbial world. So, how do these tiny heroes work their magic? Antibiotics function in two main ways. They either directly kill the harmful bacteria or they stop them from growing and multiplying. They achieve this by targeting unique parts of bacterial cells, structures that are absent in our human cells. This selective targeting is what makes them so effective in fighting infections without harming our own body. A landmark moment in medicine was the accidental discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming in 1928, which revolutionized treatment for bacterial diseases. Time to test your understanding of the basics. Here are 3 questions to get you thinking. First, what are antibiotics primarily used to treat? Second, can antibiotics effectively kill viruses, and why or why not? And finally, who made the groundbreaking discovery of the first antibiotic, and what was its name? Take a moment to recall the key points we just discussed. Now, let's step up our game. In the medium level, we'll explore different types of antibiotics, their specific actions, and a growing concern related to their use. Antibiotics are truly our microbial allies, essential drugs that treat and prevent bacterial infections. They can be naturally derived from microorganisms like fungi and bacteria, or chemically synthesized in labs. Their effectiveness stems from their selective toxicity, meaning they target harmful bacteria without significantly damaging our own cells. This precision is vital for successful treatment, making them indispensable in modern medicine and a testament to understanding microbial biology. Antibiotics fight bacteria in different ways. Bactericidal antibiotics, like penicillin, directly kill bacteria, often by attacking their cell walls. On the other hand, bacteriostatic antibiotics, such as tetracyclines, stop bacteria from multiplying, allowing your immune system to finish the job. Each type targets a crucial bacterial process, from cell wall formation to protein production or DNA replication. The discovery of penicillin, for instance, involves Sir Alexander Fleming observing a mold, Penicillium notatum *, inhibiting bacterial growth, leading to its isolation by Florey and Chain. While antibiotics are lifesavers, their overuse or misuse has led to a major global problem: antibiotic resistance. This happens when bacteria evolve and develop ways to resist the effects of these drugs, making infections much harder to treat. Using antibiotics for viral infections, or not completing the full prescribed course, accelerates this resistance. It's critical to use antibiotics only when necessary and exactly as directed by a healthcare professional to preserve their effectiveness for future generations. Let's check your medium-level comprehension. First, differentiate between bactericidal and bacteriostatic antibiotics. Second, explain why antibiotics are effective against bacteria but generally safe for human cells. Third, describe the key steps in Alexander Fleming's pivotal discovery of penicillin. Fourth, what exactly is antibiotic resistance, and why is it a significant global concern? And finally, list 2 specific ways bacteria can develop resistance. Think critically about these concepts. Ready for a deeper dive? In the hard level, we'll analyze specific mechanisms, compare different types, and connect antibiotics to the broader five-kingdom classification. Antibiotics are sophisticated tools exploiting the fundamental differences between prokaryotic bacterial cells and eukaryotic host cells. For instance, beta-lactam antibiotics, like penicillin, precisely inhibit the synthesis of the bacterial cell wall, a structure absent in human cells. Other classes, such as aminoglycosides and tetracyclines, target bacterial ribosomes, which are different from human ribosomes, thereby inhibiting bacterial protein synthesis. Fluoroquinolones, on the other hand, interfere with bacterial DNA replication. This selective targeting is the essence of their therapeutic power. Antibiotics are categorized by their spectrum of activity. Narrow-spectrum antibiotics target a limited range of bacteria, often preferred when the specific pathogen is known, minimizing harm to beneficial bacteria. Penicillin G, effective mainly against gram-positive bacteria, is a classic example. In contrast, broad-spectrum antibiotics, like amoxicillin, are effective against a wide array of bacteria, both gram-positive and gram-negative. They are useful for unknown infections but carry a higher risk of disrupting the normal microbiome and promoting resistance. Understanding this distinction is crucial for effective treatment. The rise of antibiotic resistance is a critical challenge. Bacteria develop resistance through several ingenious mechanisms. Some produce enzymes, like beta-lactamases, that degrade the antibiotic. Others alter their target sites so the antibiotic can no longer bind effectively. Bacteria can also develop efflux pumps to actively expel the drug or modify their cell walls to reduce antibiotic entry. These resistance genes can spread rapidly among bacteria via horizontal gene transfer, making the fight against superbugs increasingly difficult. This phenomenon underscores the constant evolutionary battle within the microbial world. Now, let's test your advanced understanding. First, explain how beta-lactam antibiotics specifically target bacterial cells without harming human cells. Second, compare and contrast narrow-spectrum and broad-spectrum antibiotics, giving an example for each. Third, describe three distinct mechanisms by which bacteria can develop antibiotic resistance. Fourth, how does the selective toxicity of antibiotics relate to the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? Fifth, discuss the role of fungi in antibiotic discovery, referencing the five-kingdom classification. Sixth, if a patient has an unknown infection, would a doctor initially prescribe a narrow or broad-spectrum antibiotic? Justify your answer. And finally, explain how horizontal gene transfer contributes to the rapid spread of resistance. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll delve into the molecular intricacies of antibiotics, explore advanced drug design, and tackle the complex global challenge of resistance. Prepare for competitive depth and engineering insights. Antibiotics represent a fascinating chapter in the molecular arms race between microorganisms, a struggle for survival and resources that spans millennia. The mid-20th century saw the golden age of antibiotic discovery, revolutionizing medicine. However, the very success of these drugs, coupled with their widespread use and misuse, has created intense selective pressure, driving the rapid evolution and global dissemination of antibiotic resistance. This ongoing evolutionary battle underscores the dynamic interplay between different life forms, a core concept within the five-kingdom classification framework. Let's dissect the advanced mechanisms of action. Beta-lactams, for instance, irreversibly bind to penicillin-binding proteins, disrupting bacterial cell wall synthesis. Macrolides interfere with the 50S ribosomal subunit, halting bacterial protein production. Fluoroquinolones target bacterial DNA gyrase, causing lethal DNA breaks. Tetracyclines block aminoacyltrana attachment to the 30S ribosomal subunit. Glycopeptides like vancomycin bind to peptidoglycan precursors, preventing cell wall construction, often serving as a last resort against resistant strains. These precise molecular interactions highlight sophisticated biochemical engineering within nature and in drug development. Antibiotics can be natural, semisynthetic, or entirely synthetic. Natural ones, like penicillin G, are directly isolated from microorganisms. Semisynthetic antibiotics, such as amoxicillin, are natural compounds chemically modified in the lab to improve their properties, like spectrum or resistance to degradation. This chemical engineering extends their utility. Synthetic antibiotics, like fluoroquinolones, are entirely lab-made, often designed based on detailed understanding of bacterial biochemistry and resistance mechanisms. At the genetic level, resistance genes are frequently found on mobile genetic elements like plasmids, which spread rapidly through horizontal gene transfer, conjugation, transformation, and transduction, accelerating the global resistance crisis. The impact of antibiotics extends beyond individual infections. Broad-spectrum antibiotics can disrupt the beneficial human microbiome, leading to secondary infections or long-term health issues. When antibiotics enter the environment, through wastewater or agriculture, they create selective pressure on environmental bacteria, contributing to a global resistome. Combating this crisis requires a One Health approach, integrating human, animal, and environmental health through surveillance, prudent stewardship, and intensive research into novel drug development. This includes exploring new targets, designing adjuvant therapies, and even alternative strategies like phage therapy, signifying a continuous engineering challenge. Time for the ultimate challenge. Here are your first 5 hardest level questions. First, detail the specific biochemical mechanism by which fluoroquinolones exert their bactericidal effect, including targeted enzymes. Second, explain the difference between natural, semisynthetic, and synthetic antibiotics, providing an example for each and the rationale for semisynthesis. Third, discuss the critical role of horizontal gene transfer in spreading antibiotic resistance, elaborating on at least 2 distinct mechanisms. Fourth, analyze the potential ecological consequences of widespread antibiotic use, both within the human host and the environment. And fifth, how do glycopeptide antibiotics, like vancomycin, differ in mechanism from beta-lactams, despite both targeting the bacterial cell wall? What are the implications for resistance? And here are the final 5 questions to truly test your expertise. Sixth, propose a comprehensive, One Health strategy to combat antibiotic resistance, outlining key components and their interconnections. Seventh, if a new antibiotic inhibits the 70S ribosomal subunit, discuss its likely spectrum of activity and potential side effects on human cells, referencing ribosomal structure differences. Eighth, explain how selective pressure applies to the emergence and evolution of antibiotic resistance in bacteria. Ninth, beyond direct killing or inhibition, what are some emerging alternative strategies for combating bacterial infections, and how do they differ from traditional antibiotics? And finally, 10th, describe the significance of minimum inhibitory concentration, MIC, and minimum bactericidal concentration, MBC, in evaluating antibiotic efficacy and guiding clinical treatment decisions. Good luck! And that concludes our in-depth exploration of antibiotics, from their basic function to the complex challenges of resistance and future solutions. We hope this journey has deepened your understanding and sparked your curiosity in biology. For more such engaging and comprehensive educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning and updates. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.